Good morning, students.
Good morning, sister.
Okay. So we remember we learned PPH in class, right?
Yes.
Okay. So anyone to tell us one of the complications of PPH? Anyone to try? Yes, Samakan.
Organ failure such as kidney failure.
Kidney failure. Any other?
Hypovolemic shock.
Hypovolemic shock. Hi. So this is what we are going to discuss this afternoon, and then we are going to have a scenario, and then we are going to do a simulation on the management of shock secondary to PPH. Okay. So the scenario reads: Mrs. Zulu, a 28 years old gravida 3 para 2, delivered a healthy 3.7 kg infant 20 minutes ago via spontaneous vaginal delivery. She had PPH, which was managed with blood loss of 1,300 ml. 1,300 ml. Despite of stossing 20 international units in 1 liter of normal saline and by manual compression, the BP continues to drop. Pulse is 124 beats per minute and blood pressure of 85 over 50 millimeters of mercury, and the mental status is anxious, confused, and she feels dizzy. You decide as a team to apply the Untitled Garment as a temporizing measure for transport to the second level hospital. Which one is the second level hospital?
General hospital.
It's a general hospital. So we are the clinic and then we are sending to the general hospital. Okay. So are we able to apply the Untitled Garment?
Yes.
We are.
Yes.
Okay. So now, who is ready to do this procedure? Okay, thank you very much. You can come in front. So, you are going to do the procedure of application of the Untitled Garment. So, the objective is at the end of this procedure, you as students should be able to apply the Untitled Garment on a patient who is in shock in a proper sequence. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so you are going to identify the students, your fellow students that you are going to work with, and you are going to assign the roles to the students. Are you comfortable with assigning of roles?
Yes, sister.
Okay. So you can start.
Okay, so please, you're going to be Mrs. Zulu, you're going to be our patient. Susan is going to be my assistant. Then for Natasha, you will be doing the vitals for her. Yes. Then Moses can be the husband to Mrs. Zulu. Yes. And then we can start the procedure. Good morning, Mrs. Zulu. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Zulu.
Good morning, yes.
So I'm a student midwife from Chilonga School of Nursing. Actually, we have noticed that Mrs. Zulu's BP is dropping, and again her pulse is quite high. So we're supposed to transfer her from this hospital to another, from this clinic to another hospital, which is the general hospital where she's supposed to go. So here I've come to seek for permission if you can allow me to go ahead, because you're supposed also to put her in the Untitled Garment, which is going to help us to keep our vital organs working. So, Mrs. Zulu, I want to assess if where you're sleeping is okay and the amount of blood that you have lost as of now before we transfer you.
Before you assist, I really feel dizzy and I don't know if you can give me any medication before you.
Okay,
So I want to know which hospital I'm going at.
So, like I said, you're going to be transferred at Chilonga Mission Hospital, and the reason why you're feeling dizzy is because of the amount of blood loss that you have lost. So you are really losing so much blood. So right now I'm just going to prepare so that we can transfer it. Can I go ahead?
Yes, but where is my baby?
Your baby is with Mr. Zul, your husband.
No, my baby is fine.
So, Mr. Zulu, just like I had said, I want to get this so that your wife can be transferred. So at this moment, I'll kindly ask you to excuse us so that we can wait.
So what is that going
This
to
is the
do?
hand-shock garment. It's the one that is going to help now the blood to be supplied to the vital organs. Thank you very much. Sister Kameme? Sister Kameme, you're going to help me dress her. So you can pull her like this. I want to assess. Okay, so I just want to assess if it's a edematous spine. That. Mrs. Zulu, at this point, we are going to undress. You are going to remove the chain. So you put your hands like this. Also the other one, you put it the other side. So we're going to remove your chain so that we can put you on the hand-shock garment. So Sister Kamene, segment 1 to 3, we're going to put them on the feet. Then for segment 4, it's supposed to be on the hips, here on the pelvis. Then for segment 5, it's on the abdomen with this one covering the navel, like that. So we can start. We start from here. So we ensure that it's tight enough so that the blood can go happily. So after doing that, you're just going to do this. So you tie it again, you pull it again. It should be tight enough. Can you do this? Process if it's tight. Okay. I'll move to the next one. Okay, so Mrs. Zulu, try to flex your legs. Let's see. Then this one, let's see if it's flexing. Flex them both. Right. Then for this one here, shouldn't be that tight. Making sure that it's at the level of the navel like that. And this one. This one here. So here we have left a space where we will be able to palpate for the uterus to see if it's contracting. So here we have put it in a way that we'll be able to assess for the PV bleeding, and also we'll be able to do procedures that may be needed to access the vagina. Then here, are you able to breathe well?
Yes. No, I'm just worried about when you say that to assess for the baby disease. Am I not going to detain your hand-shock garment?
No, it's okay. Once we are done with this, we're going to disinfect it. We're going to clean it. Then for this one, which is on the abdomen, we have inserted it in a way that she is able to breathe well. She's able to breathe well, and then we have left a space here where we'll be able to palpate the uterus. See if it's contracting. Okay, so Mrs. Zul, we are done. Prepared the new. So we're going to remove this oxygen because we've got another oxygen machine in the ambulance, the one that you're going to use. So assistant, you can close that. So, Mr. Zulu, we have checked your BP, of which your BP is 120 over 80, and then your pulse is 75. So at this point, we are going to take off the unshock garment because your BP is out here and your pulse is just okay. Okay. Let me go and come back. Mrs. Zulu, but I had promised to back. We have come to take off the unshock garment. So we're going to start by removing this one. Then we're supposed to wait for 15 minutes to do the vitals. If they are just okay, then we proceed to the next one. So this is after 15 minutes. The next one. Then again, for the third one, we also wait. We wait up to 15 minutes, we do the vitals. And if at any point when we had removed 1 and 2, we check the vitals before we remove the third one, then we discover that the BPs are dropping down and the pulse is raising. We're supposed to put them back again. So in this case, our BPs are still just okay, so we're going to remove the third one. Again, even for this one on the pelvis, you are supposed again to wait for 15 minutes. If we discover that the vitals are just okay, again we remove this one. We also remove this one, which is the last one. So at this point, Mrs. Zulu, you are fine, you are okay, your BPs are just okay, they are not dropping, and your pulse is just normal. So you can sit down. Then you start breastfeeding your baby. So the unshock garment is just a stretchy wrap which is used to stabilize a woman who has shock due to PPH. Its mechanism is to shunt blood to vital organs, which is the heart, the lungs, and the brain. So the garment consists of 6 segments, of which segment 1 to 3 is supposed to be on the lower limbs, and for segment 4 is supposed to be on the pelvis. Segment 5 and 6, these are placed on the abdomen. Segment 5 has got this part which is supposed to be placed on the umbilicus of the woman. And these dots, they are supposed to be in the line of the vertebral column or the spine. These are my dots.